This is not a joke. This may be the most comfortable Nerf grip I've ever gotten my hands on. Wow, that feels really good to do. 5 or 6 at 67, so it works really well. In fact, I think I can still remove the drum. Yeah, I can totally remove the drum. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
A mega-sized boat for the NERF N-Strike Mega Megalodon. Get it, the Megalodon? It's a shark.
You're gonna need a bigger boat, right?
It's like a prehistoric shark, and this that was Jaws. Anyway, the point is the NERF N-Strike Mega Megalodon, and you know they did that name on purpose, and good on you, Hasbro, because that's a clever name for a clever blaster. Is a pump action, or I guess lever action. It's weird because it uses this to prime, which is kind of bizarre. But it is a slamfire blaster that has a 20 dart rotating turret and 20 mega darts, and it's really not that big, which is kind of the coolest thing about it. And the fact that this gives you a ton of leverage, so you could possibly put like a really crazy spring load in it. And this could be possibly the best mega dart blaster since like the Cyclone Shock, and probably one of the better ones they ever made if this thing is upgradable at all. And honestly, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Although it is really weird because I just noticed for some reason this is 20 times 1 at the front of the blaster. Because it has a 20 dart rotating turret, it only comes with one of them. I don't think it's like one that you can like take out or anything like that, although it would be freakishly cool if you could. But anyway, the Megalodon, and you can tell it's good by how happy the guy on the kid, I don't know. Weird Photoshop amalgamation? Something like that. Ages 8 and up, adult assembly required, no tools needed. Probably because you just slap that thing in there. But on the back of the box, we got, well, the blurb. Megalodon, slam fire 20 darts in a row with mega blasting power. And yes, this thing does have slam fire, which is, well, always a cool thing to have, especially in a little hip fire blaster like this. It's got a prime handle, it's got a slam fire or single fire trigger, it's got a 20 dart drum, and it advertises the Thunderhawk and the Bulldog on the back of it. Use only official Nerf darts, it says. And I mean, there isn't too many aftermarket Mega darts, but I mean, I'd still say the ones Blvd did were better, or the Mega AccuStrike line. It's just also really good that, conveniently, this does not come with. Come on! I mean, even the Bulldog in the back of the package comes with them, and I mean, I'm assuming there's probably some loaded in that Thunderhawk too, but I can't exactly tell. Anyway, includes blaster, drum, 20 darts, and instructions, and well, this is, well, about a $35 blaster, I believe. I don't think this one has popped up at my local Walmart yet, but for what it is, it's, it might be a little tad expensive, but honestly, it's not that bad, because you do get 20 mega darts, and those are big darts, and they're usually expensive to get secondhand, and, well, it looks cool, and hopefully it works good. I mean, if it works good, I can excuse the price most of the time. Anyway, let's get this thing out of the box. One Megalodon. Man, it is really tiny once you get it out of the box. One of the 20 dart drums, it's completely solid and, well, really freaking cool in my opinion, although that's a lot of plastic. Instructions, and 20 mega darts that I've already loaded in the drum just for simplicity's sake, but here is the blaster itself. We'll take a look at the instructions really quick just to see if there's anything interesting on those. Just shows you how to pop in the drum. It says one-time assembly, and it's literally just popping the drum in, which means it's probably not supposed to be removable, but it would have been cool if it was. Although I guess that makes it easier if you thrift one, that it will actually have the drum with it. And it shows you how to prime it, fire it, load it, and clearing a jam, which is about as simple as it can be. So really nothing too interesting in that one. And we get our hands on the actual blaster, and right off the bat, this is not a joke. This may be the most comfortable Nerf grip I've ever gotten my hands on. I've probably said that before, but it was probably a long time ago. This is flawless. I want this grip on every single kind of blaster. Even the trigger pull is, I'm not riding my finger up anywhere or anything like that. It just feels really, really good. I know it's kind of a dumb thing to harp about, but this is good. This is really good. The, Well, I guess it's kind of like a... I don't know what that is. I think it's supposed to be like a decoration, because that's not a pump or anything like that. It's incredibly small, and honestly, you're going to be holding it up here. And my hands are rather small, right? Like, they're kind of pudgy, but they're a little small. This is quite a bit smaller of a pump grip. It's usable, especially since you're probably just going to be using it something like this. You don't really have to get anything more than the leverage right there, but yeah, if you try to fit your hand through there, not that I think you would, it's a bit much. Not bad though. Color separation is beautiful. You got the Megalodon right here, Megalodon right there, lots of paint with the kind of, actually no, that might not be paint. This looks like it's a one piece of like plastic, white plastic with the molded mega letters right there. You got white in there. I still don't know what this 20 times 1 thing is about, but whatever. The gray on the kind of drum covers right there and all over the place. Multiple different colors of gray, actually. That's, you know, for 35 bucks, they kind of didn't hold back on this one at all. It is a small blaster, but there's a lot packed into it, and it feels really nice. And that's another issue, is my hand is, again, kind of small, and that might ride up on you a little bit, but I'm already an adult, my hands aren't going to get any bigger, so I'm perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and grab this. You can see the kind of rotation mech right there and this indexing thing. We're just going to grab this and boom. It is in its new prison. It should probably... Interesting. This warrants further investigation. That's... Huh. Now it won't. But it's totally doable. Yeah, you could remove that drum if you wanted to, which... Crap, now I want extra drums for this thing. Hasbro! So now it's a little bit front heavy, but it feels really awesome. And we can prime it back. You can see it loaded. It does not automatically return that forward. That's interesting. Can we fire it within the back position? Oh, maybe actually. Hold on. Nope, it does have to go all the way forward every time you prime, and that has got a good amount of kick to it. And of course, it also has slamfire. So if we hold down the trigger here and we just pump it, the second we return it forward, it fires. And wow, that feels really, really good to do. I'm not quite sure why the Megalodon feels so good, but everything about this blaster has been an absolute positive so far, except for maybe the price tag. But this is still really good. I'm actually... Everything about the Megalodon has been really exciting so far. It's a nice, compact, powerful, quick-firing, cool-looking, cool-named blaster. Like, is there a downside to the Megalodon? Well, we're going to take it outside, we're going to fire it, see what the ranges are like, and put it over the chronograph a couple of times, because so far this thing has just been absolutely awesome. I like it. Well, the Megalodon doesn't disappoint at all. It hits a high of, well, at least in my experience, hits a high of 69 giggity, and the lowest shot I got out of the 20-round drum was a 57, and it pretty much had a duplicate of, like, I think 5 or 6 at 67, so not bad for a Mega Blaster. You gotta keep in mind that these darts are much bigger and weigh a lot more and have a lot more air resistance than your standard Elite dart, but wow, these things are, Megalodon's really good. In fact, it might be the best Mega Dart Blaster I've ever gotten my hands on. This thing fires like a dream. It's relatively compact. It's extremely comfortable, at least to me. I mean, I don't really have any complaint. Well, okay, there's like one, which is if you don't pull this back all the way, like this last little bit, the thing does not fire, which is like you could prime it back like that, and then it just gets jammed. You're gonna have to, yeah, that's a little annoying, but that's kind of what these things do. Overall, it's an extremely good blaster. It works really well. In fact, I think I can still remove the drum. Yeah, I can totally remove the drum, which tells me if you find one of these things in the thrift store, it'll probably be missing the drum. Is that a big deal, though? Because there's already an STL file for a 3D printed drum for this thing. Actually, two of them, I believe. One that uses Rival, which you could just clip out these things and fit Rival rounds in there. Like I said, the barrel fit, like, right there is where it starts to catch, and then the dart goes. That's a good seal right there, but that would be kind of annoying to feed with Rival. And then, of course, the shotgun cylinder that shoots elite darts, which is probably the best reason to use this thing, because then you have a little pocket shotgun. Well, not pocket, it's still pretty big, but you get what I'm saying. This blaster has a very bright future. The Megalodon is definitely something that I think a lot of you are going to be interested in, and honestly, I can recommend it. Mine worked flawlessly, I had no issues, and I was pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed this thing. Even the sights on it are pretty okay, which is a bit weird for NERF, but it seems like recently they've been doing pretty good with their sights, so yeah, no, I absolutely love the Megalodon. I cannot recommend it enough. And if you want one, I believe they're up on Amazon and stuff like that. I will have links down in the description. Again, I believe this one is already kind of out there. Several people already got their hands on it. It's not like the Perseus or the Titan where you can only get it in like 2 months or something like that. No, this one is already up, and honestly, at least compared to the Titan, this is a much better buy. No, the Megalodon is absolutely awesome. I can't recommend it enough. Let me know what you think about this blaster down in the comment section below. Do you think shields are going to be pretty much irrelevant now because you can just sling this thing, two sling points, and just hip fire it with slam fire and destroy all shields in, you know, any war ever? And actually, you know, this thing would probably wind up being my primary in some wars because it just works so well. It's quick to reload. I can reload 4 darts at a time pretty easily. I mean, yeah, I like it. Let me know what you think, though, down in the comment section. Other than that, I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course, hope to see you in an entirely different one.
You gotta